this is one of those videos where I share my experience. So I will try to tell you what I've learned in the last 40 years or so of my life, and I try to actually transmit something for the new generations, but also for people that, like me, lived, all the process of the new social media coming in and all the process of internet in general. So if you're interested in those topics, please keep going with the video or with the podcast if you're listening to me, and welcome back to Live for Wonders. Hey, welcome back. So maybe it's not a real topic for you, but to me it's like a kind of a diary that I would love to put in video, because my birthday last week gave me the chance to review a lot of things, and journaling constantly since 2001 or something like that. I found all my old diaries, all my old blogs and everything, and I had a kind of emotional moment a very emotional moment where I started to think a lot, what I learned, where I'm going, if I'm doing well, if I'm happy with what I'm doing, and all sorts of things, and can be helpful for you as well, because my experience comes from 40 years of living on this planet, and I lived across the moment where internet was just a dream to the moment where internet is basically part of our life. And why I'm pointing everything on the social media and on internet? Because changed our life completely. I remember that when I was younger, I was used to, play a lot with my friends, going around with them, sharing my passions with them, and not always was really easy to learn new things, to actually understand that out there was another world, that actually you could live the life that you wanted. So the process that I started to live my life fully, because I wanted to live in a different way that society sometimes don't recognize as a possibility. Actually, this process started when I was 20 or so, and for some of the new generations probably is too late thinking about that. I can tell you that was the right moment, because I had all the first 20 years in a kind of a bubble where the only thing I was actually aware about were the world of school, jobs, close friends, and the only thing that made us a little bit more open in our mind were just the few documentaries that you could actually afford to watch on the telly, and maybe some books, but even though it was really difficult sometimes, because unless you were an expert, it was really difficult to find the right book that you were looking for. So you had to go on the bookshop, and then you had to find the right person to speak with. It was different. And now that is everything so easy to find, it seems like everyone is more expert than you. And a certain point I felt myself with the imposter syndrome, that it was like horrible, because I said, I spent so much time researching, thinking, writing on certain topics, and now I have someone that just because read on Wikipedia or on another post something, they think to know everything. And that is another problem that came out with the new generations, where they always think to know everything and how the world works, forgetting that world that it seems so open on internet is actually filtered from a lot of companies, filtered from a lot of associations, and it's not a question of not having faith on the web, but it's a question of being clear that you are not completely free there. There are certain things that you can't discuss, and some other things that are blocked from search engines. So you need to be aware about this. In some countries, it's even prohibited to use certain apps, or they are blocked on the servers. So, you know, we live still in a kind of restrictions area. But certainly you can find more information now than ever. Why I'm telling you this? Because it's really important that you understand that there are certain things that you can know because you search information on internet or on books, but there are certain others that only experience can give it to you. And even if you go on forums or places where you can ask questions and people reply to you, you need always to remember that there are people like you and their experience maybe is different from yours. And in fact, what happens is that even if you search for solutions, or even if you search for comfort, to comfort you in some certain moments, is not always working 100%, because there's always something that tells you that you're not really completely understood, or maybe they didn't get what you were saying, people that maybe reply to you. So there's always a limit on actually how much you can learn and how much you can solve your problems. But there are some ways, like for instance YouTube and other platforms, where you can actually share your videos, and you can actually share your competencies, where you can have a kind of face-to-face, it's quite hilarious, but yeah, a kind of face-to-face answer. And this is actually my aim. It's always been, and I always said since the first video, since the beginning, that I was here to help people, to help them to achieve the best of them, and I really mean that. But they don't know how I can serve them. So you need actually to produce a lot of videos, to repeat a lot of things constantly, and that thing made me thinking last week, you know, where I'm standing now, because I said, but do I actually serve someone? Do I actually help someone out there? Because I can see that people watch my videos, but you know, you receive only few likes sometimes. No one is subscribing as they supposed to. So, you know, you start to doubt yourself. On the other hand, I said, I'm not talking about, you know, mainstream stuff, because I'm not doing any gameplay. I'm not telling you how to fix your phone. I'm not telling you which is the best device you can buy as a camera or as a laptop. So unless you really want to change your life, it's really difficult that you find my videos. And actually, there are people that are more institutionalized on the web, on the internet, on YouTube, that actually is really difficult sometimes to pop out from the research. But that is up to you more than up to me. So if you find values on what I'm doing, of course you can help. Just, you know, press the like button or subscribing, and that make understand the algorithm of YouTube that my videos are really interesting for someone. And I'm not complaining. I want just to say I'm not complaining. I'm just saying what is happening, and I want to describe my experience as well, because you know, there are a lot of people out there that they decide to don't start YouTube, but I always encourage them to do so, or at least if they don't feel comfortable in front of a camera, to start a blog, to start a website. Why this? Because, you know, think about all my generation between 40 to 50 years old, how much experience we gain, how much we know about life already, and how useful could be for someone else that find themselves in a similar situation to learn something that can actually help them. You know, and it's not only a question of, producing something for free. Yes, you can make them pay, but at the end of the day, better than, I prefer to make people paying when they receive a good service from me face to face. So if they want to book a call, if they want to actually have an advice from me, and most of the time, the first time is free, because I don't ask them to actually, repeat the phone call or the video call actually, or the contact on email longer if they don't need, or maybe I'm not the right person for them, so I don't want to waste time. But there are people that maybe can compensate what I can't tell other people. So I always encourage people, do it, because sooner or later people will notice you, because if you're passionate about something, you will keep going, even though you are stuck with subscriptions, you are stuck with the videos, no one maybe want to watch them. That's fine, you will learn what is better to share, but again, that is another trap, and is actually connected to the fact that we are not free to say what we want, because if you're talking about something that is not mainstream, you unlikely will be visible to other people. You unlikely will be reached from other people, and that can be discouraging if you're not passionate about what you do. But this is not a suggestion only for people that want to start something online, but this is true in every sector of life. If you are passionate about something, even if the salary is not what you expected, even if you are not recognized as an expert in that particular environment, you will keep going because you like it. It was a kind of mantra that I followed in the last 10 years. I started to live because I wanted to live, because I fell down in a depression when I was younger that you can't even imagine, and that taught me so much, because I still have some kind of episodes of depression in my life. And for instance, 10 days ago, just 2 or 3 days right before my birthday, I felt like, I was depressed for no reasons. And if I was like the Luca of 20 years ago, probably I would react in a different way. Probably the depression would last much longer than what was lasting the last time. Last time lasted just 2-3 days. And then I came out much happier, because I found the way to accept what was going on, but in a constructive way, where I accepted what was that moment, and so I reviewed my life. And reviewing my life and being happy of what I was doing now, even though I'm not having the success that other people have, I don't care, because I'm doing what I want, I'm doing what I like. So this video, if needs to be, shrink in few words, in a phrase, could be: don't give up, even if the results are not coming, because sooner or later results will come, because people will see that you didn't give up in the toughest moment. And so you are really truly believe what you're saying, what you're doing, and why you're doing that. This was more or less a vlog for, giving you the chance to see that behind the person that is actually talking, that someone that lives a similar life like yours, lives the daily life like anyone else. I need to go to shopping, I need to go to outside to have a walk, I need to meditate, I need to take care of myself. I'm not done like other people elude people saying, now I'm this because I was that. Well, you still are working on that thing, you just improved, but still can come back to you in any time in your life. And it's better that those things find you very, very prepared, ready for what will come next. Because if you want to accept the life as it is, you will need surely a way to overcome things and that way is making yourself happy of what you're doing, of what you are, and of course having the chance to share your love, share your passion with other people there. So I recommend you to do so. So thank you very much for your attention. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want, to subscribe and to like the video. Don't forget to live for wonders, and I'll see you next video. Thank you very much for everything, and have a fantastic life. Bye bye.